Hello, it's Oopsie Annie, and I'm at Bemidji State University to support a fellow artist that I met a couple of years ago by the name of Nikki Besser. And she's a very unique artist, and I'm so happy today to be here to learn about her latest works. Here's a little information about her. Please pause to read about this multifaceted, self-taught artist. Nikki says she paints with paper. This exhibit is called Portrayals in Paper. Let me tell you a little bit about how I ended up getting here. I used to live just a few blocks, actually, from Bemidji State University, and I always walked all around the campus, but I never paid attention to which buildings were which. So when I came today, I parked down near where I used to live. I know the parking in that direction. So I parked there. Unfortunately, it was on the furthest end of campus from where I needed to be today, and it is cold outside. And I didn't freeze getting here, but I almost did, and I needed the help of two wonderful people to get me here. Then, when I got inside the building, well, there wasn't any signage, just, pointing where the galleries were. There was no map of the interior of the building that I walked into. So, I got my steps in today, let me put it that way. I am standing in front of some of Nikki Besser's work, and I got here, not only that, okay, let me back up. I got here a full hour early on top of everything, so I guess I'm going to be extra prepared when she arrives. But anyway, I'm standing in front of some of her work, and the lighting's not too bad. It's kind of, as galleries go, a little dim. The lights that are spotlit on the works are just fine, but it is kind of a dark art gallery, one of the darker ones I've been in. And it was definitely the most difficult art gallery I've ever tried to find in a university or a college. And I've been to many galleries, but I'm here. After getting here super early, I was able to take some video before it got busy, hit the food table before everybody else did. I had hummus and the veggie dip. Yeah, and a little bit of pita bread, but I didn't touch the pizza or the treats down at the end. I'm trying to be good because this winter I've been gaining some weight. You're fattening up during the cold weather. If you watched my previous video of Art Making Spaces, episode 4, the Created Studio, these are the mentors that work there, and Nikki is well known by them because she's been a guest teacher. The video that I took of Nikki's work before the whole crowd arrived, I'm going to show, and then I'm going to attach Nikki's voice as she talks about her art. I think it'll be interesting.
So when I draw it out, I essentially make for myself a paint by number. Where yes, I've said I want this shade here, and this all kind of takes place in the color blocking stage of it. It's been a journey to get the realism, and I'm still on that journey. I use a lot of push pins in my work to keep paper tight and keep it together. Like the push pins you'd use in sewing, so they take really easily into the foam board when I'm keeping things drying. And there's plenty of times where I'll make a decision and I'll go all in on that decision. I'll spend a whole day on that decision and I will not like that decision. And then it's a matter of, and this is where paper quilling is, it's not so forgiving as just paint over a mistake. I have to take my X-Acto knife, it is my second best friend in my quilling tool, and in this art form, and I have to carve out everything I don't like rip it up and start over and try again until I do reach what I want. And I can look at several of them and remember the agony in certain elements of it, you know. Just not be afraid to make mistakes and not be afraid to make bad art to get the good art, because that's exactly how you learn. I couldn't tell you how many hours of failure I've had in this to have success in it, you know, and you can't be afraid to be bad at it, to get good at it. It's a vision that I see, and it's so specific when it comes through, and it's right down to where I want, how I want the figure to be, where I want the birds, and all these things, and that's the honest answer of it. You know, I get a lot of I live in the country on a little farm, and I don't, you know, I get a lot of nature and peace, and that definitely comes through my soul too, and you see that through the work as well. You know, I'm in the environment all the time. You know, I live in this space, you know, all of creation. You know, I love it. I don't like to interpret it for anybody, because I do believe that you will get what is meant for you out of these pieces. Whichever one resonates to you, it will speak to you exactly as it's meant to speak to you. And I don't want to box it in by giving an interpretation, because honestly, there's several pieces here I'm still interpreting for myself, and that's the truth. I'm still to get something out of it. There's still something in it for me. What am I to understand in this? And it's the truth, you know, so I sit on the magic carpet of discovery in many ways, and just the same, you know, where I'm still interpreting the image for my own self.
I loved it when Nikki said the magic carpet of discovery. That's probably what pushes me forward to create art myself, and I bet there's a lot of artists that are out there doing it because they're curious to see what their skills can produce. It's evident when watching Nikki speak of her art how much she loves it, how inspired she is, the energy she gets from it. I know for a fact many of the students that were in the room and adults were very inspired by her energy and her passion for art making. I'd say Nikki is a master paper quiller. Look at the texturing detail, the use of so many different colors of paper, how carefully it is positioned. Love all life around you. Be inspired, be grateful, birth joy, and bring a little peace in the world with a rose once in a while. Yeah. This is Oopsie Annie signing off. Ta-ta now. See you next time. Mwah!